Alrighty. Time to get to coding. Alright. Alright. So, we're going to need to be rebuilding so. So if we look into stores, we're going to be wanting it over here. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and load this up. And I believe how I had this. There we go. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, wait. Probably use this. Very good. So dokie. And then okay then. Such is life. So when we go ahead, we're not going to be needing this. So, we were to say grab all of this, except that, and drop it all into there. And then we then go into build. Function store modules store. Hey DJ Design, what's going on with you? Function database table. Not much, it's the chat. So, basically, I'm just trying out different looks and appearances for the stream. I like to experiment with new things, see what looks good, see what people like in terms of design. What do you think? Never mind, it's the chat. Oh. Derp. So, if we go ahead with the modules, if we jump into here, we need to go ahead, ... What we need to do is back up enough and store. I believe it would be store, or is it stores? And it would need to be like this. It's cool. I can see more of your screen now. Well, if you like it more, then I'm excited. I'm always just experimenting, and if you ever have an idea of how to make things better, do let me know. API local JS. So, what is it? Where is it complaining? Ah, it's complaining in Bootstrap. Hey, Mr. Demon Wolf, what's going on with you? Okay, so. Just hot. I know you are. Wow, that was terrible. I should be taken out back and shot or something. All the cringe. Alrighty. Helper. 83 degrees Fahrenheit. You're worried about 83 degrees Fahrenheit? My dude. For me right now, it is 84. When your office is on the second floor, it sucks. Okay, yeah, I can imagine that it sucks for that. Alright, build. Does it have any issues now? Doesn't look like it. 30 degrees centigrade. Wow, using Kami measurements. I see how it is. $86. Ah, you know what, Mr. Demon Wolf? I one-upped you, only for DJ Design to turn around and one-up me. So, yeah. That's the bee's knees right there. C as in communist. Alrighty. Think. Store. It would be routes, I believe. Alright. That's actually something I don't know. If I can use it across my whole application, that'd be great. Could I do helper dot Easter? Or console.log this.helper. I don't know. This is actually a weird thing that I'm not used to. I've never really played around with the use functionality before. You use my plugin, view router. Let's see. Install some component. It's okay. I think we will be stupid and elect our Trump for Canada in the next election. We already got one for Ontario. I voted for Trump unironically. Canada looks nice. To be honest, I would love to see it. I've only been to Edmonton and Alberta. Yes, I voted for Trump. I mean, look at the alternative. I believe in participating in democracy, no matter what your candidates are. Or Republic. Oh, that would totally break my heart. But no, I do have my reasons. Alright, so maybe I have to go ahead and do some... So from the looks of it, if I had to guess... To be honest, it is true they both were so bad. Well, it doesn't matter if they were bad, it's just who's going to do more good for the American people. Like, who could even vote when they are both bad? Well, there's something that happens inside of the American Republic where they actually collect census data and voting pattern data, and they try to go ahead and aggregate who are the respective demographics. For example, I would fall into the 18 to 30 range or 25 to 30 range, homeowner, Republican, active voter, no children, unmarried. So those are demographic groups that future politicians are going to be looking at to make a decision of who do we want to cater to. See, I don't think in terms of country when voting. I think in terms of global. I personally think that we need to focus on the nation first, and we can only help our nation as a priority before we can even help the world. And if the world, for some reason, doesn't like your nation, for whatever reason, then you kind of have to say, okay, I guess we should not be so concerned with being helpful anymore. And that was basically my problem with Clinton. I was very much getting the feeling from much of the world that, oh, they do not like America, shame on America for XYZ reasons, and eventually it just became clear to me that she was almost trying to cater to the global community as opposed to actually caring about her constituents, American citizens. Trump is a dumb baby millionaire who has tantrums, which makes him nuke them. That's Trump in my eyes. Well, I mean, he hasn't nuked North Korea yet, so that's a plus. Alright, so when we go ahead, first things first. So when we try to go ahead and load it, what do we get? Interesting. That is the most interesting thing ever. But I don't think we really need installs. We are at a crisis point with a number of issues. If you focus on yourself first, it's just going to make everything worse. I don't necessarily agree with that position. I believe that a lot of crises need to be fixed at home first. And if you try to solve the world's problems, then, well, you're just going to be straining your own resources and you're not going to see tomorrow anyways. You have to save the present in order to have a future. I mean, of course, plan for the future, but when we're playing a game of imperfect information with the world, when there are countries like India and China who are having population booms or have gone through population booms, they really are oriented towards trying to uplift their entire people and civilization, and they are one of the worst producers and worst damagers of the environment. what can America really do? Sure, we can reduce our personal carbon footprint, but we don't really have means to get India to comply. We don't have means to get China to comply. And every time we try to get them to comply, they go behind our backs and break every single rule in the book. I mean, they aren't as bad as some countries like Iran in some horrific human abuse cases, and by bypassing every little thing that we consider sacred in an international order. But at the same time, we kind of need to still take steps personally as a nation before we focus on the globe. There's a reason why they keep the football away from him. Well, I imagine that they keep the football away from pretty much everybody. I'd rather be in European Union sometimes. Oh man, don't get me started on the European Union. I have no love for them. I have no love for the European Union whatsoever. Okay, first things first. We're going to need to close everything. Then we're going to need to open each and every single one in order to go ahead and clean up. Trump plus football equals World War III. Yeah, Trump doesn't go back on your country's word. Trump plus football equals no humans left. I actually think human civilization could survive despite a nuclear war. In regards to going back on the United States word, I often have to acknowledge the fact that we only go back on our word if other nations are also going back on their word. And it just becomes an endless, brutal... Well, they did it, why can't we? No one really wins in those conversations, but at the same time, it's the trying to hold ourselves to a higher standard, and with many countries like Canada and Britain, I think we both have a amazing working understanding. We allow China to kind of backbite us a lot, but at the same time, it's okay to do business with them because for all intents and purposes, they do keep their word to a certain degree. And I often think there's a massive cultural barrier between our nations and our peoples, so that there's a genuinely hard bridge to gap. But other countries, typically like in the Middle East, Eastern Europe, Russia, yeah, those are just untenable. And don't get me started on Saudi Arabia. Oh man, that's a whole can of worms that I am just nowhere near wanting to touch. I bet you he does not even have his codes to use any nukes. You don't F with Russia. Конечно, твой хороший товарищ. Okay. I said that you are a good comrade. Alright, so if we remove that... What am I even using the store for? Okay, yeah. Apparently. Eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. Export default. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that. We don't technically need these. And it's not the worst, so we can leave that alone. It's funny that Trump and Putin are friends. That's something you don't expect. But we all know who wears the pants in that friendship. Well, what Trump is really good at is soothing the egos of very powerful, ego-driven men. And in autocratic regimes, ego and image is sacrosanct. Sacrosanct? Sacrosanct? What is the right word for that? Sacrosanct. Sacrosanct. Yep. Alrighty. Well, when we go ahead, build. So, we need a way to be able to implement this. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it needs to be done with view helper, helper. It's funny that, but we, oh, you should have given me a little bit of warning. But we all know who wears the pants, if you know what I mean. This is the topics you don't see on Twitch much, as most are scared, as it can start riots and more. Well, I'm not afraid of politics in the slightest. It's a matter of, can we acknowledge that at the end of the day, we all want a better world for all of us. And if we don't want a better world for all of us, and at least acknowledge that as a minimum, then we're not going to get anywhere. Yeah, I'm going to need to try a roundabout way of applying it. So we're going to go ahead, borrow it from probably over here. Resources, JS, main, helpers. So, oops, I needed the whole install. It. This. Helper. Value this. I wonder. I wonder. And if that works, then we need to jump over to build. No graphic thought. No graphic. I thought that was okay. It was just a little kind of on the edgy side for my liking. I mean, if it was like 8, 9 p.m., fine. But when it comes to like 1 in the afternoon, there are potential employers, so it's one of those. I'm just trying to kind of keep a clean image to a degree. I feel like in a few years World War III will happen. Odd how stream only shows 1 person watching. Now 2. Yeah, it just bounces up and down for no reason. It's really hard to say. So, when we go ahead, I believe that's how it's implemented, and if that's how it's implemented, he is just praying at his feet. Oh yes, Putin is truly a god amongst men. Although, at the bottom of my, my profile, I actually do put in Russian. I think it's Привет, Master Putin от Ameriki. Which is, hello, Master Putin from America. Alrighty. So, we go ahead and do that. What if we do console.helper? And if we go ahead and do that, it will be all of that. So, weird. Looks like it's time for me to have fun backing up and resetting my friend's dedicated server. Oh. I still need to go ahead and forward to you the stuff. So, it's the default. Why is it always default? Export default. Not sure if I like that. So, could I go ahead? Okay. Weird. Those functions, socket. Okay. Let's go ahead, jump over to modules. And then, let's go ahead, jump into index. And when we jump into that, we are going to want to get default. And I think that is how we get it. You never sent me your address. Alright. Environment, int, arguments, caller. I believe Easter eggs. So it would be this helper dot Easter eggs. Awesome. If this works, I'll be very happy. So, left, right. There we go. Though, I do plan on moving your domain over to you today. Smartloading. It's now taken care of. 3.4 C use of helpers in default. So now that we have all of that properly loaded, and now it's going to be infinitely easier to actually implement all of these upgrades. Git add git commit -m easy loading. Yeah, I'll just call it easy loading for now. Easy loading for helpers. Git push origin master. There we go. Oh, by the way, Mr. Demon Wolf, what is your opinion of my new layout? Let's see. So, now that we have that, with that not being a problem, Yeah, the person you showed me the other day, I actually really, really liked his layout, so I'm like, maybe I can borrow some of it. And it was one element that I was like, yep, that's the one thing. If I have to steal anything, that would be it. Though I'm sure I can make it look nicer, but it's an idea in the works. So, apparently, so long as that is taken care of, I'm kind of tempted to move it to the far left, like over here, but yeah, not sure. It's just there for the sake of being there right now. So, now that we are smart loading that, or easy loading, whatever people want to call it, I can do the Easter eggs, no problem. Okay, it just took a minute to load. So, there's that. Alright. So, now that we have all of that, I still want to break that out, but let's go ahead and solve my search display issue. Still need to do easy loading for all of that, I think. It would definitely make remembering the components easier. Smart loading, that's what it's supposed to be. Alrighty. So now that we have that, let's go ahead, remove, so we need to jump into base nav. And what we really need is to add a search. So, and if I were to go ahead and let's see if it appears. It gets a little margin Y. We should not be wanting that. I think it just might be the size that's the issue. MY small 0. Alright. Small select, form control small. Alright. Outline success. Oh. Alright. And what if we were to make the button smaller? Small. Bootstrap view small button. Size small. Okay. I mean, I can work with that. Oops. Let's see. Now, for whatever reason, it doesn't like that spacing. But what happens if I were to, I don't know, just remove the form? It just eats the whole thing. Got it. Nav form. So it just so happens, but if I were to use that, for some reason it just doesn't want to go down a bit. Type dark variant info. Pluggable large. Alright, what if we just replace this whole bad boy? Am I just missing something in particular, or... No, it's just something's wrong with the guide. That's really weird. Is it just wanting to be inside of a div or something, and that's the problem? I mean, it'd be great if that was the only problem. Nope. Let's see. Let's go ahead and change this to above. Look up buttons and save. I don't understand what you mean. Look up buttons and nav. Well, the problem is the entire form. Come on. Like, if I were to completely get rid of this form, it would line up just fine. Or so I imagine. But I could always just go ahead and do input type text class form control small. Oh, sweet Jeebus. Alright. Total shot in the dark. What if? Huh! I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's a little off still, but... it looks like that it's just a little raised. So... and if it was 8.95, so why would it be padded and to go down? I mean, looking at it, it doesn't look like that it's the same location. Like, it looks like that it's kind of balanced here, but what this needs to come down a touch. Don't think I need this per se. So what happens if I were to put in a class margin top 1? Let's see. Huh. It looks properly lined up now. Yeah. Okay. It looks correct. So, you know, I'll take it. And then put in small. Ah. So if I were to then do this, then it'll be next to it. Perfect. That display should be fine now. And if it's fine, then I'm happy. Yep. Search box and nope. There we go. And what happens if we do this? Pop this open. Interesting. Very interesting. What the? I'm going to need to explore that. Alright. Huh. Weird. Let's take a look at console. Expect string as the type. And if we go ahead, helpers, or if we jump into JSON settings, are you over here? Aha. To examine that later. While I'll take a look after I'm done. So why won't it take me to page? Let's look at router. Maybe I'm missing something. Link, nav item. What if I do, okay. Weird, but it works, I guess. Nothing beats zipping a bucket load of files. Oh god, I imagine so. Sucks zip on Linux can't use multi-course. Oof. All the oof. It's the biggest of oofs. Alright, need to make that responsive. Now, the fact that I haven't is a bit of a grr, but what are you gonna do? Let's take a gander as to what you got going on. That's the local host. Coal mid 4. Coal small 12. Ouch. All the ouch. All the ouch. Alrighty. Did I put anything for that? No, apparently I didn't. I think server 4 had a moment. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is horrible. Alright, so we can be done with that. Don't really need the router open for that. And I think now we can jump over to data. Alrighty. So, what we're going to need many crash reports. Why do you have so many crash reports? Why did you break so many things? What did it ever do to you? I don't know what happened on server 4, but I feel bad for you. Why didn't you set up any jobs to clean up the amount of reports? I can't even load the folder in WinSCP. It crashed. It crashed it. Oh gosh. That's the worst. I'll see. Okay. User profile integration. Multiple keys with keys. gallery, store, clients, I don't know what happened. Can't even load the folder in WinSCP. It crashed it. 600 megabytes of server files to back up. Oh, real backup size is 7 gigabytes without zip. Oof. That would make me cry so much. Table creation. Table home. Column rename. Table column delete. Let's see. Alrighty. So alrighty. That will make things a lot easier, and once I set up environment variables, that will make deploying a breeze. Alrighty. Delete. Row create. Row update. Row delete. Create, replay. Update, delete. No, create, read, update, delete. Read. Rud. That'll be a lot easier to manage. So, and with that, so first things first, we're going to need to jump into main This is JS. You know what? Since we are going to be implementing a large change, we'll grab this. It's using my full network to download. Wow. That sounds a little taxing in resources. JS. Git clone. And then once we have site, and then this is where things get a little interesting. CD site. That way, now that we have everything, question is if I can set it up to kind of have a listener on its own. That would be something to think about. I think yeah, I just don't use it. It's just a preference thing. I could switch over to SSH, but in terms of just trying to get certain things done, I have a process in mind. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I mean, not really, but it is what it is. My life already is easy. Alright. So then, what we're going to be wanting, first things first, npm run watch. Hold on. What would happen to it if I were to just run it? Webpack. They're going to... No? Okay. Oh. npm install. Hold on. Things. Have a good 4th of July as well. Alright, looks like I'll be getting more information next week. Fantastic. So now that we have done that, what we need now is to go into resources. Resources, views, site. I believe template is where I need to go. So I need to point to this new folder. Because if it's trying to pull from app.css, that's no good. And if it's trying to pull from footer, that's equally not good. So, what we're going to be wanting, we need to steal this. Alrighty, so we're going to be needing to have it point to that. We're going to be needing to pull from resources, JS, site, /dist/public. And I believe inside of public, I do not have one, so and now we should have something inside of public that would point to public. Public.js. Public.js. And I believe it's just bundle.js. And then inside of header, we're going to be wanting to connect to public CSS. I believe it would be app. Dist public. Oh, SCSS. Okay. Okay. So, if I were a betting man, things should be good when it reloads. SCSS. Is loaded is not defined in the instance. So, when we drop, we're going to be wanting to jump all the way to here. Yeah, we're not going to be wanting that. So we need to jump into here, 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 grab the index, and then Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Fantastic. And now, this is where we want to go ahead and log in. We're not going to be wanting to get that. So, now that we are properly logged in, we're going to need to now build out the site. And I did already have a number of things already built out. This would be the regular site, but if we can go ahead and fall back and leverage a few other things, seeing as it will be a little different. Thinking how to best do it. Because if I make any changes inside of here, well, if this ever has any changes, something that will give me a lot of grief. But, so how would I want to go about that? How would I want to? How would I want to? Because some of it is going to be just for this given site, but it will need its own view components. And some of these view components are... oh, it'll go ahead and be loaded. So, if we go into here, let's go ahead. We're probably going to need our own components here. And which components are we going to be able to salvage? A lot of those, it doesn't look like it can be. We're going to also be needing to build .js. Since we're going to be borrowing stuff from there. Oh. We're going to be needing a build. We're going to need pages. So we're going to be needing a router.js. We're going to be needing a store.js. No, we're not going to need that. So it's this custom thing that I need to look into. Index.js. So when we go ahead, export site, export const so when we go ahead and build that out, We're going to be needing build. We're going to be needing the helpers. Pages, stores. When we go ahead and build that out, or store components, helpers, build, pages. Don't think we have any templates that we would need to use. Languages we're going to need JSON. Let's see. We're going to be needing a new router and a new build. Component store first, so when we are building custom components, we're going to be needing to be cognizant of pages. So if I were to bring that over to here, records component, delete records, blah 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 blah. If we were to have a router, let's go ahead and borrow the logic from my original one. Build router. So if we were to go ahead and grab this at minimum, and then we can just get rid of you for default. That's not what I had in mind. I want to import them into a single route. What came in? All right. We'll come back to that. We're not going to be wanting to play around with that. So, rebuilds are always fun. So, when we jump into pages, we're not looking at that, or that, or that. So when we actually go ahead, we need 4. Database component, port component. Records component, table component. Data. DB, port, records, table. There we go. So when we go ahead and port that in, waiting for server to reinstall. Oh man. The wait, it must kill you. I mean, it would kill me. So, this would be exporting routes. Interesting. Interesting. Would kinda depend. Don't need this. So now that we can go ahead and connect to those respective pages, the question is if we can go ahead and connect to a given custom file. So so when we go ahead and connect to this DB, needs to be completely rewritten, but is what it is for now. I wonder if it would work. No, it won't. I need to actually change it over. So, first things first, let's see if I can at least import it, no problem. So, we're gonna jump over to site, views, no, wrong one, site, custom, build, routers, server.php. Routers. And this is where we'll go ahead, grab all of this, index.js, .js, so this is what we are grabbing. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Boom. This is what we need. Data zing LAN site build router. So this is where we need to go ahead and import routers. Export routes. May as well get some lunch. Om nom nom. Please share. I completely jest, for the record. Establish custom routes. So this is where we're going to be. Router. I need to somehow determine import we need to fall back from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh, that's really awesome. It installed! Hurrah! Молодец! Import custom router from path. Routes equals log in and need to reboot already. That's a great feeling. For I in I presume that cat would be joining the arrays. An example. Cecil, Lone, Emil, Tobias, Linus, Robin. Okay. Dale Kai. cat router. What are you doing? Alright. So when we go ahead, getting that. If and only if it exists. Take a listen. All right. We'll give it a listen. So when we go ahead and do that, cd resources, ls, cd views, cd site. Might not find a file. Top level. Import if file exists. JS. All right.
Legend tells of a mystical tree. A tree of life. Its roots reach deep into the earth's core. The power can be seen surging through the bark.
That it is.
Legend tells of a mystical tree. A tree of life. Its roots reach deep into the Earth's core. And a power can be seen surging through the bark.
So I can't resolve it for whatever reason. So hold on. We're going to, since we're looking at this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it needs to be 4.
Its roots reach deep into the Earth's core, and a power can be seen surging through the bark. Tree of life. Its roots reach deep into the Earth's core, and a power can be seen surging through the bark. Tree of life.
Dirty works. Oh, I need to change over to Zing Land and activate development mode. Dun 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 dun. Hmm. Hmm. Deku's Palace. Do you want the link? Fair enough. So if we go into my webpack, it doesn't like it when I do this. So what if we just move it? Game of Thrones music. What are you trying to grab? DAS, Bootstrap, CSS map. Interesting. So let's go ahead and jump over to live. Fight, fight, something, something, another fight, more, something, and then small fight before more something. Adult activities. So, Bootstrap CSS map, I believe. Data. Kind of the show in a small summary. If you're into that, then it's a great show for you. Oh, I've watched it before. I did enjoy it. Up until the last season. Oh, I actually really like this one. It's a new rendition, so... There was a Starbucks coffee cup in the show. Lol. Oh, man. Maybe it was, product placement? Like, no one talked about Starbucks this much, or ever talked about Starbucks and Game of Thrones in the same breath. Interesting. I mean, it'd be great if that is... Yep. Someone wanted to call me. Nope, that didn't work. So let's go ahead. It's not a function. It's not a function. But I did require it. Well, too bad for them. Let's try this. Import exist sinks. Alright. Let's try this then. FS is such a pain. If I can solve FS, it would solve all my problems forevermore. Because it's the only thing that's just constantly just making life difficult. I have a certain disdain for it. Hmm. Yes. Now exists. Let's see. Hmm. Well. Oh, that's a cool name. Hmm. Yes, yes. Alright. Let's go ahead and do path. TM run watch. Yeah. That is gonna take a while. Sweet mother of, Pearl. Interesting. Cannot resolve FS. FS isn't... Alright. Still doesn't like me. It just might not like Webpack. close you up. Jump down into sight. Webpack. Probably going to give me some attitude. Sent a link on Discord. Don't show the URL, but you can open it on stream. Hold on then. All right. So what am I looking at? Not a fox, a wolf. One of my favorite animes, Spice and Wolf. Absolutely adorable. Koro the Wolf. Goddess of the Harvest. Oh, so this is my system stuff. Or is it your server? I'm not a furry myself, but I do subscribe to a live and let live policy. But yeah. It's a pretty awesome anime. I highly recommend checking it out. I just figured you're kind of a weeaboo. I mean, I unironic. Wow, that's loud. I mean, I unironically do enjoy myself some anime, but yeah. Grr. Grr, 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 grr. I am not a weeb. Well, it's okay if you are. I'm not someone who's going to judge. You know what? Let's just at least see if I can at least look at the routes. That demon cat. Oh, Inuyasha. Had a crush on him. I thought he was a wolf as well. But I might be mistaken, I guess. Alrighty. Half demon, half cat. Huh. Oh, probably need to do .default. Wait, he may be half wolf, not cat. Even better. Oh no. I honestly don't know how to feel about that. Dog demon. I knew he was a dog. Well, I figured as much, but you know. Inuyasha. Oh, yeah, Inu. Dog. Oh. Okay. Custom routes. So, if we were to go ahead and hop up to routers, we would need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then custom build router. 1, 2, 3, 4, custom build router. And router would be export default. There we go. I mean, look at him. Is it safe for me to load? Okay. Definitely a dog. Come on. Alright, it's not loading for a reason. Why isn't it loading? Weird, weird, weird. One of my favorite movies is Zootopia. Oh my, I can only imagine that was every furry's dream movie. I mean, I'm not going to hate. I've seen it many, many, many more times than I should have. That's kind of adorable, not gonna lie. Alrighty, so... Oh. Or... let's go ahead and give that a whirl. Aha! I got it to work finally. Three hours to upload. That would make me cry. That is an ungodly length. Alrighty. VueJs import if at least we can chill while it uploads. Oh yeah. I'm just kicking back, relaxing, wanting to do my rebuild. Once I can successfully rebuild this in a sensible way, life gets a whole lot easier. And then, if I were to do that, then what happens if I do data db? Children, db, components. So it looks like that they can find it. So, and what are we trying to call it? Data DB. This is the correct path. Huh. Always at the bottom. Okay, I think I know what's wrong. It's because of this bad boy. I was a betting man. Server is doing fine, which is good. It's running so much better. It's always nice to be able to have those absolutely necessary upgrades. Alright. Apparently that did not work out as I planned. So I would imagine maybe custom routes has to come first then. invalid component name. Alright, well, for starters, not found component. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. So why can it not be found inside of here? So router, inside of custom, we'll go up to custom, and custom goes to pages, which it does grab. Ubuntu upgrade kind of broke a little bit. Uh-oh. Why did you break it? What did it ever do to you? Three SSDs in soft RAID is overkill. I would think so. Alright, let's take a look at... Maybe I can get a list of valid routes. Data. Children, path, DB. So why does that not work? Let's see. Match two options. Maybe I needed to give it more information to work off of. Props. That's why a reinstall was needed, which I am doing now. So, why would that be a problem? From data DB, there's a path. DB params object. Matched. But it shouldn't be any. Path. This would then be admin. And then DB. Maybe I just need to give it something else. just give him this for now. Is this work you're doing for fun or doing it for a friend? Well, that's very nice of you. Zero. All right. I think I see what the problem is. Nope. I am his system admin. Linux nerd. Sounds like it. Hmm. Let's see. So it doesn't have a problem finding the most high. For whatever reason. But it does recognize that all these other ones exist. But if I were to go over there, then there's a problem. If I were to jump over to shop, not a problem. Jump over to here, it just is only a problem. Contact me. Forum. Data. Cable. So something is not right there. So I can get to literally anywhere. Except So the question is why? So. Hmm. 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 Really? Hmm. What the heck is that? What's... Is it just... Desktop rapid charger? Okay then. I mean, I'll take it. Need to respond to an email. One thing I use is replace bash with ZSH. I just like ZSH better. Alright, why do you like it better, if I may ask? How long have I been at this? Only 3 hours, so yeah, I can still get a lot more done. Let's see. So... exists, but what happens if router going to also need this. This would be back one, then pages. So 1, 2. Yep, that will do. Alright. Let's just rip out these not found ones, because that seems to be giving me a lot of grief right now. data. And then db. Okay, it vanishes. And on my servers. Let's see. Path, data, name, data, component, props. What could I possibly be missing? It's really bugging me. Because for all intents and purposes, it should work. Shouldn't be a problem when it jumps to data, and it looks like it's fine. Home. Data. Cannot read property type of undefined. Only one CPU use. What does that look like? So, let's go ahead. Doesn't look like I'm needed for anything on that page, so I can just close that bad boy. So, let's go ahead. There's gotta be a way. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something that is super obvious. So, if we jump over to here and we just look in router, console.log routes. Alrighty. So, when we pull out children, So let's look at an original. So if we were to just jump all the way back, not to that, packages, go into build, router. Not sure what I'd be missing. This is the old one. We'll just drop you for now. our routes. Works just fine until so children, component, admin, data, props. Path is the same. Path is the same. Hello. Custom pages database component. So it looks like it is grabbing it. It's able to compile somewhat. But for whatever reason, it just happens to not like data. This is infuriating. Contact me. Forum. Setting. I need to do something about the page settings. Products. Log out. About me. Clients. Shop. Forum. Contact. Pricing. Data. But for some reason, I can't navigate to that one. But what if I try to go to Forum, Board A? Interesting. It looks like there's a little bit of a change. And those are the routes that are being exported. Voila Al Mardod. Hi, I searched a lot about how to refresh the passport JWT, then expire without need to relog in. Any idea how? Off the top of my head, I don't know. JWT passport is something that I haven't played around with, but it's on my list of things to figure out in the near future. As you can see here. It's one of those... I wish I had more time in the day to figure certain things out. So. Alright. If I could help you in other ways, do let me know. So it doesn't have a problem with any of those. DM. Alright, what if we just try something other than data? I don't think I have it here. Data, no? VueJs. Great, I wrote a middleware, not tested yet. I can send it to you if you would like. Yeah, if you want to go ahead, put it up on GitHub and send me a link, I can definitely take a look. I do have a Laravel passport tutorial on my personal GitHub, but I haven't done anything for JWT yet. JSON Web Tokens. So when we go ahead and do that, children, what if it's just trying to only look inside of there, but it says this is active right now. DB, but then it would go ahead and fail, strangely enough. What could possibly be doing me in? Hold your honor. Nested routes. Sent you a link on Discord. Want to know if it loads for you. Alright, I'll go ahead and do that for you, Mr. Demon Wolf. I'll have to take this off screen because I still have that old link. Zakruska. Yep, it loads. Yes, it loads.